Hi guys, today I got something special for you. We had the CGI this weekend and Nicky Rod won it with 4 submissions. All of them were rear naked choke variations. And I want to show you guys what I learned from it and some cool techniques he used to actually make them look very easy. And who am I? I have been a black belt for 5 years, so hopefully I got at least some good pointers to show today. So all of his submissions stemmed either from mount or from turtle position before he got to the back. And I firstly want to show you how he came to the mount position. One important thing that he does when he goes from side control to mount is that he keeps one of his arms underneath the opponent to control them, and the other arm he controls the opponent's head, so he always makes the opponent look away from him. From there on we will see his upper knee sliding before the foot goes in, so he doesn't just step over, he slides with the knee across the opponent's hip and then he steps over, and that makes a lot of difference. So let's see it. There we can see the knee sliding and then he moves over with the leg. Very nice. We can also see him crossing his feet under the opponent. That stabilizes the mount a lot when the opponent tries to flip you off. When he lands in mount, his main goal is to threaten the opponent with an Americana. He doesn't commit to that technique, so he wants the opponent to defend that, and when they does, he goes for the gift wrap as we will see. So he threatens the Americana, the opponent turns his arm across, and then he goes for the gift wrap. So the gift wrap is when you take the far arm across here, and Nicky Rod grabs with his far arm behind the back and then fetches the arm. So you are stuck with your arm across your head. From there, he can try to make a wrist lock as we will see for a short while. So he pushes his body weight on top of the elbow of the opponent and tries to bend the wrist. But this guy doesn't bend the wrist. So what does he do instead? Check this arm out. He still has the gift wrap, but this arm, as soon as that goes in, he grabs his own arm and then goes for the back. So he waits for that one before he turns to the back. Here we can see the arm goes in and directly he goes for the back and takes the control position. Very nice. The other thing that happened for mount was that the opponent managed to turtle up. So he waits with his foot underneath the opponent, and as soon as they get up to the knees, he locks in the body triangle. Later on we will continue to see that sequence and see what he does to destroy their turtle, but first we will check out 4 types of techniques that he uses when the opponent is in turtle. The first one is the handcuff. When the opponent is fairly low, he removes their base by removing their wrist underneath them. So check this arm out, what he does. There we can see it grabbing and removing the base of the opponent, keeping him down as much as possible. The next option he has is if the opponent manages to get their head on the ground and tries to start making a base. In other words, they try to rise up instead of being pushed down in the turtle. He wants to keep them down, so he does that by removing their wrist and pushing their head down as much as possible. In this case, he doesn't manage to break the guy down fully. So the guy will roll forward, and what Nicky Rod does is he connects his hands double under, and as soon as they roll forward, you will see him cupping the shoulder. We will look for that. He tries to break the guy down, he goes double under, and they roll forward. We don't see it in this angle, but here we can see this arm is cupping that shoulder. That makes it so his opponent can't just turn around and get into another position. So from double unders, as soon as they roll forward, he cups the far shoulder to keep the opponent from moving. The third option he has is when the opponent tries to make a base and get their head up above their hip line, and he has the body lock with his legs. He goes for a power half Nelson with his arms. So he has the body lock with his legs, triangling their body, and he uses a power half Nelson to break the guy down. We will see the action. And from here he tries his best. It's the big guy, so it's a lot of effort, but from there he manages to break the guy down to his back again and directly go for the body lock again. And the option is when the opponent tries to stand up So they tripod on their arms and legs and try to get up as high as possible. What Nicky does there is he goes double underhooks, steps off the opponent and tilt them back and keeps the double underhooks. So he goes double underhooks, throws the opponent to the ground and keeps his double underhooks. He also does a very technical detail when he doesn't have a hook in. He has double underhooks with his arms, but he has no hooks with the legs. So check out what he does with this foot. He will put that inside of Owen's foot, bring Owen's foot outside and get almost a scoop grip with his own knee on Owen's leg. That will create a little pocket inside of Owen's hip where he can place this foot in. So let's see the action. He puts his foot in, he pulls Owen's foot out, he scoops with his knee, and soon they will roll forward, and as soon as he does that, we will see him putting his own hook in. This leg is getting in easier because he moved the opponent's leg out to the side and also unstabilized him a little bit. So he pulls the opponent to the side, he body locks on top, and he will start to attack with the lower arm. Same thing here, he body locks on top and attacks with the lower arm, and we can see it a third time, moving to the side and attacking with the arm. So if he attacks with the arm that closest to the mat, he tries to remove the far side arm. The opponent always wants to defend diagonally since it's very hard to remove things on the same side. So check this out. If the opponent tries to go 2-on-1 and control one of Nicky's arms, he will pull the elbow down of the opponent, making him doing a weak defense. Versus a strong guy, you will never be able to defend by just pulling in their bicep and arm. So check out what he does to this arm. He will try to pull that elbow down with this arm and then go in and snatch the attack. So check the action out. He pulls the elbow down, he brings the arm across and then goes for the choke. Very nice technique. So that's all for today. What did you like the event? Was it better than ADCC? Do you think it's going to go another year? Or was it a one-time show?